Okay, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me. Hey, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know. Why is it echoing? Hey, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know. Why is it echoing? Hey, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know. Why is it echoing? Hey, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Please let me know. Why is it echoing? Okay, I'm still looking for John to join me, so as soon as he does, we can get started. Sorry about the delay. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, if I can pause this, I'm going to see if I can find John. Oh, weird. Okay. Okay, we have technical difficulties today. John can't join the stream. Oh, here he is. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Oh
That's
my God.
okay. No problem.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Oh
That's
my God.
okay. No problem.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Now it's echoing again. Hang on.
No problem.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Now it's echoing again. Hang on.
No problem.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh, here he is. Okay. Yes, I'm echoing. I think I turned off everything, so we should be good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yes. All right, I'm doing fine. Just a nice little glitch to start the interview off.
So, how are all we're going to talk about is how you structure your day. Like when you're working, when you're on your day job, how do you fit your business in, run your family, and stuff like that. Just take us through a typical day.
Well, I typically work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'm off on Wednesday and I'm off on the weekend. I work 10-hour days. So that still gives me time to work on stuff in the evening, especially catching up on listeners' emails, writing any posts, that type of thing. Sometimes at work, I've got a chance that I can, log in and take a look at stuff and do a few things, but that doesn't always happen. So most of it's in the evening, and then on my day off, I get caught up on stuff. I did have to kind of streamline my online life a little bit. As you know, I was doing a lot with list building, but I've kind of focused my attention now to Hive because I think that's where the action's at.
Yeah, that's where everybody seems to be in this community, and it's a good thing. I mean,
and I really think there's more of a future in Hive than there is in other online marketing, but at least for myself. So
I'm trying to do a little bit of both, but most of it's been on Hive. Since I took over Pizza Plan, though, I've been doing some other advertising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that gives you a pretty full plate. So, like I said, I had to prioritize things, so I've prioritized Hive and listeners.
Yeah, those are really good places to be.
And as far as my family, instead of fighting the battle, I just got them all on Hive. So now they kind of have an idea what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, I see your daughter on Hive every now and then, Katie.
Yeah, she's the most active one, but she's doing well with it.
Well, that's good. I haven't gotten any of my family onto it yet. I'm having a hard time explaining to them what it really is.
Yeah, it can get pretty involved trying to explain that, but well, in time.
Right. So your job, you're a physician's assistant? That's your day job?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. and occasionally on a weekend, but that's not very common.
So, like, you have to be on call once in a while or something?
No, we don't take any calls, so that's really nice. Once in a while, our weekend staff will need something, they'll need a day off or something. A few weeks ago, I worked half a Saturday because the girl that usually works Saturday, her son was getting his black belt, so I figured she shouldn't be missing that. So
That was
I worked
nice.
half a shift for her. So, but those are the kind of things that drag me in on the weekend. It's pretty uncommon.
So I noticed you do some gardening too.
Yes, a little bit, but we've got a lot going on in our little space. So
Yeah, because you're a grandparent and a parent, and wow. You have a day job, working an online business.
it keeps me out of trouble. So
Never get bored.
no, I've always got something to do. There's a tremendous to-do list, but it gets done eventually.
So how do you prioritize stuff? Like, do you have any
Well,
tips and tricks for someone who is working a full-time job and trying to do this?
obviously, when I'm at work, that's my priority. If I get some downtime, I take advantage of it. But that's only if my patients are all caught up and my charting's all caught up. But so during that 40 hours of the week, that's the priority there. The other times, I spend at least a couple of hours in the evening working on Hive and listeners on the computer. And then on my days off, it's usually probably more about 4 to 6 hours, depending what else I have going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my family is very tolerant with me on this. So it's like I said, especially since I've got them involved, they understand a little more with it. But I just kind of try my best to juggle it. I do partake in things like Rising Star Game
Oh
because
yeah.
that's perfect for a busy person because you just set it and go.
Right, I love that.
And on missions, I can do that at work, between patients and just quickly do it, and it doesn't mess anything up for me. So, but a lot of the other stuff requires a little bit more hands-on. But I find that it's getting easier and easier.
So do you schedule posts ahead of time, like when you know you're going to be working and stuff like that? Do you ever do any of
No,
that?
no, I don't. I really should. We have the capability of doing that in both Hive and like Peak D and listeners both. But no, I've not done that. The blogging and writing is still kind of new to me. Prior to getting back online in January, I'd never written a blog post before, so I have just been getting my feet wet and just getting in deeper. So
Yeah, I do the one blog post a week, on Friday and Saturdays, but other than that, I'm mostly spending time engaging with other posts on, like listeners and stuff like that.
right, and you've got a pretty good schedule with your dad too. That takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it can sometimes. It's been a little bit more involved because of his eyesight issues and hearing issues. He's 91, so
Yeah,
the fact that he's still around at all is pretty amazing.
yeah, that's awesome though.
It is, and he's actually this week is the church festival for him, so he's like all involved in that all week. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, he keeps busy, and he keeps us going too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any kids, and both my husband's kids are grown, so it's just me, my dad, and my husband in the house here.
Hmm.
So I really don't have excuses for not getting stuff done.
There's always excuses, but it's just a matter of trying to prioritize. The trouble is that it's so easy to fall into little rabbit holes. When you get into a
Mhm.
conversation online with somebody, especially on with Discord. but that can take you off track a little bit.
Right. And well, then the threads thing that just got started, that you could go down a real rabbit hole with that.
Yes, you can. Yeah, I'm real excited about that. I like the way that is. I'm very much into the shorter content type method that fits my lifestyle much better. But I mean, there's still a lot of rough edges on it, but I'm really anticipating that becoming a very major player in this whole Hive game.
Oh yeah, because people are occupied like from every side of their lives, so you know there's a lot of people that can't sit down to write long blog posts.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, typically I might get in trouble for saying this, but if I open up someone's post and it's like a 10-minute post, I just heart it and move on. It's hard for me to take the time to read a 8 or 10-minute post on when there's 30 or 40 of them to read. So
Right, and and listeners, there's a lot of content in there that covers.
yeah, and I try to open every email on listeners, to at least judge the quality and put the votes in. But it would be a full-time job just reading all the posts. So
Yeah, it can, and the commenting, and then I try my best to answer the comments I get in a timely manner. So that's might be a couple days. That Engage, that app is awesome. I love that app.
Yeah.
Because it pulls in all my comments, and I can just go in and go real quick answer them.
Oh, that's nice. That's Engage.
Yeah, and I'll send you the link for that. It's a really easy app to use. Just, signing with your keychain, and it'll pull all your comments for your blog posts, and you can just answer them right from there.
I'll do that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Anything that helps to ease up the 1440.
Right. Because you're not getting any more time. That's
And I can't figure out a way to totally get rid of sleep. And I enjoy sleep too much, so I wouldn't want to totally get rid of it.
I kind of like my sleep too. I think the older we get, the more. And then my dad's getting the steroid infusions now for his eye, and he's not sleep. He didn't go upstairs until like 3:00 this morning because
he's just wired now.
Yeah, and then he'll be, by the end of the day, he'll be tired.
Yeah, once everything wears off.
He manages all right, though. There's a link to that Engage app.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I was for a while I was doing some comment replying for Eric on his Alive community.
Yes.
So that's where I learned about that, Eric.
Yeah, that would have to be helpful for him because they get a lot of activity.
Right. They've moved away from that, he didn't need me to do that because they're doing something else with that now. But yeah, it came in really handy, and it comes in handy still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Like I said, anything that can make it easier.
Right. And Hive has an amazing amount of apps that you can spend so much time. But yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. I started a little bit with Splinterlands, and I have nothing against Splinterlands other than I couldn't get my head around those battles. I tried a couple of them, and it was like, but I bought a card. John showed me how to buy a really good card, so I rent that one out.
Yeah, I've got some cards that I bought some packs several months ago, and I need to get into the rental thing to at least get something from that. But I bought a bunch of the SPS, and because I think there's going to be good things with that, especially with the new announcement with Major League Soccer with the new game coming out. It'll be interesting.
Well, then I just keep stacking up index tokens because they have SPS in the index.
Exactly. Yeah, do the same. So,
I
and
never had any kind of passive income before, so this is kind of awesome.
yes, it is. It is really neat. Yeah, getting some tokens that you have no idea what they are, but once you get to know them, it's nice to get those delivered every day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, what other kinds of tips and tricks do you have for the audience that you'd like to share for allocating your 1440?
staying engaged, try not to get off track. Um, take advantage of some of the online activities, like with the Cryptomaniacs. Monday and Thursday night shows are generally informative, and that's kind of the best way to get to keep your head above water and stay ahead of the game. But you just got to do it.
Yeah, right. That's it. Just whatever you can do, whatever you can fit in. I mean, if you even if you have a couple hours, just do what you can in that couple of
Right.
hours.
Yeah, and I take advantage of nighttime. I can't do anything outside at night, so I will be spending it on the computer usually. So I take advantage of that.
Right. So you generally work from what, 6 to 6? Like 6 in the morning until 6 at night, or
My office hours are 7 to 5. We do 10-hour shifts. Yeah.
oh, okay, 7 to 5.
So I'm up around 6, and then I get home around 5, between 5:30 and 6, depending on how quickly I get out of there. So
So how far do you live from where you work?
it's close. I'm like 15 minutes.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
not
bad.
bad.
So,
I don't know what traffic is like where you live, so
oh, it's not bad at all. I don't have any freeway traffic, so I don't have to mess with that. And I mean, it's getting a little more congested down here, but and they're constantly building more housing. And eventually, these people are going to be on these roads, but at least for now, it's not. It's tolerable. So
yeah, they're doing a lot of road construction here where I live, and it's like, why don't we finish one road before we tear up another one?
yeah. Well, it's tough. I used to live in Ohio, so I know how bad winters are on the roadways. And boy, they just have a really hard time staying ahead of it. It's not as bad down here in Tennessee because we don't get the heavy freezing.
Mm-hmm.
The asphalt doesn't heave up the way it used to in Ohio when it would freeze. But
Yeah, I didn't think, there's like winter and road construction.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They used to joke in Ohio that the orange barrels was the state flower.
Oh, nice. And then, like, where we live here in Wisconsin, it's, they're building all this access out to the interstate. Like,
Mhm.
they're pulling everything out to 94. So it's like where it used to be like nothing, it's all developed now, and there's all kinds of traffic congestion.
Yeah,
So I'm really glad that I don't have to commute anywhere on a daily basis.
yeah, yeah.
That saves a lot of time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad I was able to get you on here.
Yes, I'm not sure why that didn't work the first time round, but it's okay. Glitches happen. We see it all the time.
Did you use that first link I sent you? Or were you able to get
Yeah,
on with that? Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did to actually make it work, but I was just hitting buttons.
Well, there was that, it allowed you to stream it to your channels if you wanted to.
Right. Yeah. But I don't really have any social media channels, so that's not a big deal. People can come watch it on yours if they want the replay.
There you go. I'm gonna put it up on Three Speak in the next, probably within the day or so.
All right. Personal question for you. Since,
Okay.
since you have your online name giving away your date of your year of birth. What's your month?
November.
November. Okay, mine's in September, so we're pretty close to the same age.
Right? Yeah. And it was like when I started school
Hmm.
here, they just if you were 5 by December 1st, you could start kindergarten that year. So when I
Right.
started kindergarten, I was just over 4 years old. Now, both of my nephews, they changed it. They moved it up the deadline up to September 1st to turn
Mhm.
5. So both of them were late. They both late. One of them was born September 5th, and the other one September 28th. So they were
Mhm.
both like a year behind.
That's not always a bad thing, though. I think it
Mm-mm.
helps a little bit because, being a year older. Plus, in high school, I got really tired of being the youngest person. I was the last to get my license. I was last to.
I never even got a license until I turned 21, and it was in the Navy. I wouldn't. I kept renewing my permit and driving on my expired. It was that whole test anxiety thing. But yeah, like, and for the longest time here in Wisconsin, the drinking age was 18.
Mhm.
Like, it was legal to drink. But so at 17, when I graduated, I still wasn't legal to drink.
Right. Right. Yeah. Oh well, it's got its pros and cons.
Yeah, I was pretty much the youngest in my class too. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah. That had its struggles. So Lisa, how long have you been online?
let's see, steadily about 3 years. When John and Blaine came back on with CTP, that's when I really started back up again.
But before you were on quite a while.
Yeah, I was on, when they were first, when CTP was first around, I was on there too. So I've been, in and out, on and off, but steadily for the last 3 years.
But I remember you from those days and from my traffic exchange and all those
Oh,
fun.
right. Okay. Yeah, I thought that. All right. Yeah. Wow. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Yeah, just a bit.
Okay. Well, thanks again for joining me today.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
And yeah, 10 years, Barb.
10 years, Barb. Yeah, just over 10 years. And thank you, Barb, for being in our audience. That was very.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll get some people watching the replay.
Yeah. This is a hard time of day for some people.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Most people are pretty busy doing other stuff right now. So,
Okay. Well, thanks again. And we will see everybody later on. And
so
hopefully I can get another one of these going real soon.
sounds good. All right, Lisa, you have a great day. You
You
too,
too,
Barb.
John. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day off.
Yes, I will. All right, bye now.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye, Barb.